Hello, so today I would like to do a reading for Pisces season, which we are 1 week into, so we've got 3 weeks left of Pisces season, and we've just had the Pisces new moon as well. And this season is like the final we're going through the final sign of the zodiac cycle before Aries, which signifies the beginning of the new astrological kind of cycle. And typically the new year, I suppose, in a lot of cultures and religions, as I've mentioned quite a few times before, but that's also like at the March equinox, so when we close out this final kind of cycle of Pisces before we enter into Aries, there's a lot of significant things. So it's like the spring harvest, we've got the equinox, it's also kind of the time when the new year is, as I've mentioned, for a lot of cultures. But we've also got a lot of kind of planets moving during this next month, these next few weeks. So it's a really, really beautiful, but it might also feel like exciting and also challenging at the same time. And I think that's quite a beautiful kind of contrast. But contrast doesn't have to be conflicting, it can be complementary as well. So I think it's important not to get scared by any things that might arise for us, because we're getting ready, we're entering this kind of exciting, bubbling energy to enter the new, but we're also, to move forward with the new, naturally you have to leave some things behind. You have to reassess and review what you can't take forward with you, what it's ready to kind of close out, what it's ready to leave behind. So that's where you might get the kind of ebb and flow, the push and pull, and like I said, the kind of contrasting energies. But whether it's conflicting or whether it's complementary, that all comes down to how you approach it. But it's not just because it's the end of the astrological, the zodiac cycle. We've also got a lot of planets shifting. So we have one of the biggest kind of cycles we've got, kind of shifts that we've got in the planets, is Pluto, which is changing signs. It's been in the same sign since 2008, and then in March it will move into the sign of Aquarius. So that is a really, really big shift. And then we've also got Saturn, which has been in the same sign since 2020, and it's also moving into the sign of Pisces, I think on March 7th, March 8th. So that again is like after 3 years of being under the same sign, it's also shifting, and we're also finally starting to leave that Mars post-retrograde energy, which we've been in since around August, September, October 2022. And I know that one for me has really, I felt it deeply, that one, especially in terms of like energy levels, in terms of motivation, in terms of feeling blocked and challenged and being a little bit pushed and kind of things not working out, and at the same time I like a challenge. I've gotten used to them, but that was like another level. And even for me, I was like really felt kind of pushed and pulled in different directions, and it's one of those things when nothing was working out, and then now that we're coming to the end of it, and I just had, my energy levels were low, and it was just, and I had no drive, no motivation. I was just like, what's wrong with me? But then you kind of look back and now you're like, wow, I was kind of trying to move forward in something that is no longer aligned to me, and maybe something I don't really want anymore, but I just hadn't realized it. And that really kind of forced me to stop and look at the redirection where things aren't working anymore. And that's kind of this huge, that's what this whole energy of completion is about. Completion, some people take it in different ways. It's like completion can be, yes, endings, it can mean leaving certain things behind, but it can also be a beautiful time to wrap up some of the lessons that we've been going through and some of the challenging times that we've had before we enter a new period where we feel so much more confident in who we are and so much more aligned in who we are. I love, as I was just saying that, and the poised card came up. I feel like that's exactly what we've kind of been going through. It's like those lessons, those big kind of, the years we've been, this completion because of all the planetary shifts, it's not just the completion of 1 year, of one cycle. It's like years and years of growth, of evolution, of lessons that our heart, our soul, our body, our mind, it doesn't feel like it's one area. It's not just in love, it's not just in our body, it's not just in work and career, and it feels like all aspects of our lives have kind of fallen into this, where we've been forced to kind of align every aspect of our physical world with our inner world. And I feel like now we are just in such a beautiful stage as we're coming into the end of one cycle and ready to begin a new one. What I love is like we are so poised and aligned with who we truly are now. It's like we finally realized what it is that we want, but also how to connect to who we are, to connect to our inner knowing, our intuition, our mind, to connect to the stars, the magic of the world. And we don't need anybody to tell us who we are and what we need and what makes us us. It's like you finally connected to, like, it's like we've bloomed. That's what I feel like. It's like under those kind of all these years of growth that we've been going through, it's like we finally bloomed and we've become who we came here to be, and we know ourselves and we know our worth and we know our journey, and it's just such a beautiful time, and I love it. I don't know if you can see here, she's got like the face. For me, this is always like God, the universe, that connection to the soul, and it's like now that's it. Once it's been unlocked, it can't be kind of, you can't unknow something you know. And it's like now moving forward, everything you do, everything you embark upon, that connection to yourself is there, that connection to God is there within you, and it's just, yeah, it's just so beautiful. It's like it's been unlocked in you, and now it's gonna go forward with you throughout the rest of your beautiful life journey. Just a lovely, lovely card. I'm gonna take this one. Wow, I'm gonna do this one because it popped out as well. Oh my god, these cards are stunning. Okay, right, loyal heart. I absolutely love this. Everything you've been going through has just been connecting you deeper and deeper and deeper to your own heart, to the heartbeat of our world, to love. This is my beautiful love card. This is union, this is coming together, this is wisdom. I feel like your heart has been challenged. I feel like it's been broken and then I don't know what the word is. When you break it and then you put the pieces back together, that's it. Sorry, in my mind I had I don't know what it's called, that Japanese art where there's actually like an artistic thing where I think it's Japanese, I'm so sorry, I just can't, it just popped into my head, but it's when they take broken pieces of kind of pottery or ceramics, and the art is to put them back together because they're even more beautiful with their kind of with like the breaks in them. It just makes them unique, and you're never ever going to get something that's been broken back in the same way again, so it becomes unique. And that's what I really feel like. I feel like, yes, you've been challenged, your heart has been challenged, you've had, not just in love and relationships, but I feel like your passions, your life journey, things that you've tried to pursue from your heart, your life that you've tried to live from your heart, and dreams that you've tried to go after. I feel like you've had some lessons and some disappointments and some setbacks in that as well, where things didn't work out and you kind of were feeling rejected or disappointed, or you had to go through redirections. But what I love is all of those things that you went through, they just made you so much wiser, and you kept bouncing back again and again and again. You just kept putting those pieces of your heart back together, and with each kind of breaking, they were opening, allowing you to connect deeper and deeper and deeper to love. But also it made your heart just so much stronger. It's like your heart is like a muscle, and the more you use it, it's like, you know, the bigger it gets and the stronger it gets. And that's just what I feel, is like you have come out of years and years of cycles with this egg here. It's like cycles that were meant to help you connect deeper to your heart, to your heart's wisdom as well, to unlock, I love this, the key here, unlock your heart, and to help you connect to the deepest levels, the deepest, like the core of your heart and the love within you. And I just feel like if you're in a relationship already, that's going to deepen now. This kind of, as we're wrapping up these cycles, I feel like this new beginning for you and this closure, it's like the closure of these cycles is going to lead to a beautiful new deepening of your existing relationship in love with a partner who's also been through their own challenges, who's also connected so deeply to their own heart as well through their own kind of journey of growth and evolution. Somebody who you just feel so connected to on such a deep level, because they mirror your growth, and they also have that deep connection to themselves that allows them to connect deeper to you. And if you're single, I just feel like this is going to be your time. This is going to be your year. I feel like this is the time where you meet that person, that kind of soulmate, I guess, that twin flame came to mind, but I know not everybody resonates with twin flame, but if you do, it's just that perfect kind of union coming together of somebody who is your equal and mirrors back to you. I love this, like the mirroring of the kind of love within you in another, and with community as well. I feel like this is going to be a major focus now, because you know who you are, you know your life purpose, you know your journey, what you came into this world to do. That's going to help you both attract your soul tribe, or to recognize your soul tribe. That's another thing as well. You might have already met your soul tribe, but you've all kind of had to go off or separate to continue evolving and to continue growing in your own journey, growing in yourself, and you might be ready now to start coming back together to build a community together. And if you haven't met your soul tribe, I feel like that's going to happen, and your focus is really going to be about taking your love, your heart, your passions, and using it to build a community that you love and that you want to help. I just feel like with the world the way it is, it's such a crazy time. I don't think, no matter which country you live in, it's just scary sometimes when you turn on the news and you see what's going on in our world, and it's just impossible to even deal with. And I know I've had to, kind of clean up a lot of accounts I was following, because it was really starting to affect me mentally, and I was just absorbing all of that energy, and it's just impossible for one human to see that. The amount of our consumption levels have kind of become so excessive since social media has blown up, since the internet, and it's really important to be mindful and to look at what you're consuming and make sure you're not over consuming, because yes, there are big problems in the world, as the saying goes, change starts from within. And I feel like the years of the growth that you've been working through, that's what you've been doing. You've been changing, growing, evolving, and now you've bloomed into who you are truly. And now it's time to join with others like you, so you can start working on your community. And that's where big changes in our world will really happen, is when we change ourselves. We that ripples out. We work with like-minded people into our community. We build communities where we care for each other, where we help each other to grow as well. And I feel like that's going to be a big focus, a big part of your kind of life focus, your kind of your journey. For some, I feel like humanitarian work, again, this big theme of children has been coming up, whether it's fostering children, looking after children. I just feel like there's something really big and beautiful that you're going to be doing to, I'm going to turn this around, the Devil and the Six of Swords. This one came out in reverse, so I'm going to take that in reverse. Six of Swords. I want to take one more from this deck. Oh, jeez. Sorry, I'm just going to pause it for a second because... Okay, so I'm going to take this one because it landed. They keep coming out. Eight of Wands, okay. I absolutely love these cards. So as I was talking about the completion, the ending, but leading way for a new beginning, that's exactly what we have with these cards, with the Six of Swords and the Devil in reverse. You're ready to leave behind situations that just weren't emotionally fulfilling you, and that just weren't aligned with who you are, and that weren't making you happy, that you felt might have been paired with the Devil in reverse. It's like, especially with this, the woman and the child, you might have decided to leave a marriage, you might be a single mom, you might have decided to leave a relationship, or even your family, if you found that you were within certain family dynamics that were becoming toxic and that just weren't something you could be around anymore, or your environment, whatever it is. It's you've made these big changes that you needed to make for you, that were connected to your heart, that you knew it was time to, because it just wasn't right for you anymore. And I feel like even there might have been some mental health issues, you might have gone through therapy, you might have gone to healing. This is about healing and working through traumas here as well, traumas, toxic patterns, addictions as well. If you've had any kind of addictions that you've overcome, therapy, rehabilitation, just these difficult times and these inner demons as well. I don't feel like it's a mix I'm getting. For some of you it was external factors, for some of it was things that you were battling within, for some of you it was both. It's childhood traumas and wounds. You needed to reparent your inner child, you needed to understand family traumas, generational kind of traumas that you might have inherited and you might have been carrying around with you. And I feel like you've just gone through, or you are going through, this big time of healing and knowing who you are, connecting to yourself, and you doing that work. You've gone through that work, and it's like you've overcome now with this Devil in reverse. It's like you've overcome those toxic kind of demons, I just feel, that were within you. And it's like you faced them, you faced your demons, you faced your fears, you faced your trauma, and you've worked through on triggers and how to heal, and also how to move forward in a way with your life where this isn't going to affect your life in a negative way anymore. This isn't going to be something that you carry into your new cycle, these kind of triggers or this trauma or just this toxicity. It's like you've been working through that, and you needed to work through that to connect, to get to this poised level, to kind of bloom, to kind of let go of that poison almost, so that you could open your heart and finally love yourself and know yourself and love your life and love your journey. And now with this Eight of Wands, it's beautiful. It's like your fire, that spark within you. This was the dark time, especially around winter. And again, for me personally, I felt it a lot with the Mars retrograde energy, which was again from October all the way through to around January. I can't remember exactly when it finished, but we're still in that kind of post-retrograde energy, excuse me. And I feel like that was that dark period where you might have felt like de-energized and feeling kind of low, and like you've lost your spark for life, and you just didn't feel excited. But I feel like you feel so revitalized, and like that passion within you, that fire within you has been reignited. And with this bird here with all the beautiful colors, it's like again that blooming, that blossoming. It's like you're ready now to connect, to take all that love and that fire from within your heart, and to move forward fearlessly with all this energy and with all this passion into areas of your life that you're ready to create, that you're ready to live, that you're ready to experience. And with this community card, I just feel like, again, for a lot of you, it's like you're ready to do something big and wonderful for your community, for your soul tribe. I'm gonna pull from this day. I'm gonna pull some more cards on this Eight of Wands, what's this new cycle? Take that one. Oh, is that the Tower card? Let me just, I actually had a feeling. I'm just going to double check because I can never tell. I'm really bad with the Roman numerals. XBIX. The Tower. It is the Tower. I'm not even kidding, okay? I so had a feeling the Tower card was come up. But the Tower card sometimes can be scary because it's like sudden changes, breaking down. With this energy that I'm feeling, I feel like, yes, things in your life that are still unstable, any kind of things that need to come down, they will in this Pisces season, because you can't move forward with them. They're not stable, they're not long term, they're not going to offer you that long-term stability that you're looking for, and that is sustainable, so it needs to come down. But I don't feel like it's a breakdown. I feel like it's a breakthrough. Sometimes you need things to break down so you can break through and be free, and that freedom is what allows you to move forward into this new cycle, is what allows you to finally release and leave behind what it is that is no longer aligned to you and no longer stable, no longer going to build a stable for your future. And that's what I feel. I feel like you've had a really comfortable life. You've built some really, I just feel work and home with this card. So you might be in a home that is nice, you might have a job that is just nice and it's comfortable and it's okay, but I don't feel like this passion within you is being recognized. And I feel like you have so much potential within you waiting to be released, this inner spark, this fire, this deep love. And your current situation isn't working, especially if you're single and you've been single for a long time and you're like, why am I not meeting somebody, why am I not connecting to somebody? Because your current situation, your lifestyle isn't aligned to who you actually are. So either you're attracting people that you don't really connect with on a deeper level, just maybe more on a superficial level, because you're attracting people aligned with I don't want to say your life, it's not superficial, but it's definitely not the true you. And it's like you need to break that down so you can be the true you. And once you are, that's when you'll attract somebody who is your equal. And I feel like now, this month, this kind of end of the astrological year, this is going to be a time where things get shaken up in your life, and those final things that you need to release, that you need to change, that you need to kind of get rid of so you can have that blank clean slate for you, it's going to happen this month. And again, for some, I really do feel like whether you need to change your location, you need to travel somewhere, or you need to change your job, or just your whole lifestyle, like reassess your whole life as you've built it up until now. Was it something, your lifestyle currently, something that you designed for yourself, something that you felt that this is what I feel in my heart, that how I want to live my life? Or has it just been following norms, doing the kind of the conventional, I'll do my 9 to 5, I've got my savings, I've got my nice car, I'm a manager in a job and I've progressed really well, I've worked hard, but I don't feel like you're content. I don't feel like it's like, now is the time to live the life you came here to live. If not now, then when are you going to start being you? When are you going to start living? Do you know what I mean? It's time now, and that will look different to everybody. Whatever your life journey and your life path is and your passions are, that's different to you. But I feel like this Tower card is a positive card, because once these things break down in your life and that breakthrough happens, that's also when you're going to connect to this community. That's also when you'll be a lot more free and a lot more fluid to be able to connect to others like you, to kind of meet your soul tribe, I just feel like, I don't know, something really like commune, is that the word? I don't want to mix it up with, like, I just feel like you're ready to make your own way of life, whether that's like living on a farm with other people, or moving to like a small little beach town, or like, I don't know, like in a countryside somewhere where you just have a greater sense of community, but you feel more connection. That's it, community and connection. I feel like that's what you're ready for, a lot more connection. And this tower energy, that's what it's going to help you to do. So these breakdowns that are necessary, they're like the final piece of the puzzle to kind of help you release and let go of anything that might still be lingering, kind of, whether it's these the kind of toxic mentality, or a situation that you need to leave, or whether it's physical aspects in your life that you're ready to change, to shake things up, to really create. This is the time now to have that blank slate and create the life that you really want for yourself. And this Pisces season, and even once we enter that new year in March, the universe, the energies, everything is supporting these big changes. It's just such a beautiful, wow. I love this. Okay, can you see that? Queen of Cups, Death. We've got some major kind of the funny thing is, these would seem like really scary cards normally, like the Devil, Death and the Tower, but I just feel them in a very, very positive way for this reading. Oh, that one popped up, so I'm gonna take that. Oh, bloody hell, flipping heck. Okay, I had a feeling the Tower was gonna come up, but I didn't realize, like, no wonder I could just feel it. I'm not even kidding, I could just feel breakdowns, breakthroughs. That was really coming into my head as I was preparing to do this reading, and I can't believe the Tower's here twice. So as I was saying, this month, this Pisces season is huge. This is a really, really big one in terms of, we might think that things are already breaking down as much as they can be, that we've already kind of gotten rid of what we aren't no longer aligned to. I feel like the universe is like, nope, there's still something you're holding on to. You're not changing enough. I want you to get real, and the way to get real, the way to connect to your truth, is to shake up everything in your life. That's the only way you're going to truly understand who you are and what it is that matters to you as well. Sometimes we're so fixated on things, on a lifestyle, on a routine, on, like I was feeling before, a job or a relationship, that we think it looks like the right thing. We like showing that, oh, our life is great because I'm doing all the right things. The right thing is not always what's right for you. You define what's right for you and your life journey, not anybody else. And I feel like the universe is really going to be teaching us that in the next few weeks, before this kind of, in preparation, as I was saying, for this beautiful new beginning. The Death card here, it's like the universe is stepping in to cut those ties. That's what I feel like. There's something that we're still holding on to, and for some this does feel like a connection to somebody, a relationship, and it is a romantic relationship, or it's family. I just feel family, or there's somebody in your life, or people in your life that you just have to let go of now. Again, it's just like that way, that lifestyle that you've created for yourself, the way of life that you're living currently isn't what you truly want, and it isn't what truly matters. And it might be, for some, like, you might be living like this flashy life, but is that what you want? Do you want that big house in the city, with this flashy car and those expensive handbags, or whatever it is, when actually the life that you really feel you want is something a lot more connected to nature, a lot more simpler? I don't know, like, it's personal to you, but I feel like the universe is stepping in now to cut those ties. For one, it's closing the door, so you can't go back now, and you won't have a choice. It's like the universe is telling you there's something so much better. It's like that door is already open. It's not like there's no void. I keep reading, I've stopped following so many accounts because I found that they just kept talking about the void, the void, the void, and I really hate that term. I think it's so depressing, like this void. A void is like a dark, empty, spaceless hole, meaningless. That's not what is going on here. Transitioning doesn't mean you're in a void. Transitioning means you're in the period, an overlap period, where you're leaving behind one thing and moving into another, and that's what's happening now. So this death card, to me, combined with these two towers, it's like things are going to get shaken up in a major way, and the universe is stepping in to cut these cords, to cut attachments, any attachments that you have, whether they're physical attachments, as I mentioned, to a person or a connection, but even kind of non-physical aspects like to timing. That's been a big thing. Timing. When am I going to fall in love? When am I going to meet my perfect partner? When is my business going to kick off? When am I going to get that house that I want? All these kind of attachments to timing and to how things will happen for you. It's good to set intentions, and I've mentioned this before. Intentions are not attachments. Attachments to something are where you are so controlling of the process and how you want something to happen for you, whereas an intention is aligned to your heart and it's something you intend to create or to happen for you, but you're fluid, you're open to the universe helping you, guide you in how that needs to create for you. And that's what I feel like the death card is helping as well, us to cut these kind of attachments to anything or any one that isn't aligned to us, so that we're acting from the heart. We're not focused on just the end goal, just the results, like I'm doing this business because I just want it to be successful and I just want lots of money from it. No, I'm creating this business because it's aligned to who I am, and it helps me realize my values, and it helps me release my potential. That's what it feels like. We're really heading into a very authentic and real time where we're not based on physical material gains as much as we are in being true to ourselves. So this death card, that's it. It's going to step in, it's going to cut those cords, but this door is already open. Your new chapter is already here. You are ready to walk through that door, and this Tower card again, it's going to help shake things up in your life. It might even go so far as to leave you with no option. You might feel like so many things are going wrong or not happening in your life, but again, I don't feel this is a negative thing. And I think if we go back to the beginning of this reading, the energy I was picking up on, where you might feel contrasting energies, but they can be complementary or they can be conflicting depending on how you approach them. And I feel like with this beautiful guidance we're getting, it's telling us not to be scared, not to be fearful of the changes that happen in our life or the things that we think are not working out how we want, because actually there's something so much better. There's a beautiful brand new cycle already there. We can't see what is behind that door yet, but we know it's there, and we know it's going to be big and beautiful and full of blessings. And I feel like that here with my Queen of Cups card, that's what I'm feeling. It's like this new journey, this new chapter. It's like I feel like these changes won't even faze you anymore, because you've been through so much in your life already, and now you've learned. With this connection to your heart, it's like you trust your journey. You have faith in God, in the universe. You know that things that don't happen or that don't work the way you want, it's like you know now. You've gone through it. It's like they're for my highest good, even if I can't see what's up ahead. And it's like with this Queen of Cups card, I just feel, obviously she's pregnant, so I feel like you're so ready to birth this beautiful new loving world. You're so ready, and you're like fertile. That's what I feel, just so fertile. And I feel that both in an emotional sense, but also in a physical sense as well for some of you. Like, this is the year you're ready, you're so fertile to birth both the life that you want, the world that you want to see, and also the physical kind of life that you came here to live. And yes, that does include children for some as well. So I just feel like this is such a beautiful time. There might be things that are still going to get shaken up because a lot of planets are shifting. The cycle, the astrological cycle, is coming to an end. But anything that's ending is making way for a beautiful new beginning that's connected to your true, authentic self, connected to your heart, connected to love. I just feel so much love, and such a big life-changing time. So yeah, just don't ride out the waves. That's what I'm feeling. It's like the surfers. Like, I feel like you have graduated in surfing. I'm a terrible surfer, by the way. I've tried so many times and I'm just rubbish. I see videos of dogs surfing better than I can, but that's what I feel like. I feel like these intense cycles you went through, now you are like a pro surfer. You've just learned to ride with the waves rather than trying to fight them, and you know that the waves are just taking you where they need to go, and when you flow with them, it just works out so much better than when you try and fight against them and they drag you down. So I just feel like everything that the universe is helping you to move away from, to disconnect from, that it's breaking down, is leading to these breakthroughs, this beautiful new life. I don't feel like a new chapter, it's like a new life for you. That's what is coming up. So yeah, thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed that.